All right. This is a test. This is only a test. If anyone is watching, this is only a test. And I need to log in. Oh, there. All right. Not afraid of grain. Hey, how are you? Okay. All right. So, everyone, if you're just jumping, I'm not going to get my head in a clean spot at all, am I? And what I'm watching is like a 3 or 4 second delay, something like that, from what I see on my screen here to what's going out. Wow, there's a bunch of people. Hi. Guess this is what happens when we're all stuck at home. So I'm just testing live streaming. I need to turn this down because it's getting really distracting. Just testing out live streaming and seeing what this process looks like. Seeing if anyone's interested in it. I don't know if it'll be Q&A. I've done it once or twice before on Facebook, and it usually was just kind of a live Q&A sort of a thing. So is my audio okay? Hanu, you say good audio. That's good. I'm testing out a new mic. This one has a little preamp on it, and I can adjust the gain. So that's the one thing. This direct to iPhone mic that I've been using doesn't have any adjustments at all on it, and it seems to run really super hot. So I'm trying out a different mic. Okay, so let me look. Hi from India. Hi, Paul. All the way from India. Okay, so not afraid of grain. Yeah, the delay in chat. Can I make a recommendation? Appoint some mods to help you track questions. Appoint some mods to help you track questions. Well, I have a house full of them at the moment, and they all can read, so that might be a good thing. I just don't know what I would do on a live broadcast. I'm just sitting here a little stir crazy today. I've got some video things that I want to make, but I've been kind of head down in editing that cooking video and then editing the behind the scenes and the LumaFusion tutorial. That's taken me like 3 or 4 days to finally get all that done. So I'm kind of taking a break, but I want to stay productive. I want to kind of keep working at something so I don't get lax, because I tend to do that. Like if I'll find some motivation and I'll get some momentum going, and then if I stop, then it's like stuck right back in the mud again. All right, photo day tags, bit of lag there, nothing to worry about. Hello, Frank. A little quiet. Okay, so Cornell Flint, you said it's a little quiet. I can up the gain. So I just upped the gain a little bit. I wish this had numbers so I knew how much I was doing it. Can you increase the volume, please? Okay, hold on. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to go all the way with gain. So I'm about to turn my volume all the way, or my gain all the way up on this. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that was down a lot. Okay, so this is the gain all the way. Gain is all the way on. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. And yeah. Okay, checking on headphones. Thank you. Not afraid of grain. I appreciate you comment regularly on my new videos. What is your name? What's your name? Not afraid of grain. So I'll know. I'll probably forget, but I'll try to remember. Okay, so Fairy, you're saying it's too hot. All right, I'm going to turn it down a bit. All right, just turn my gain down. Clipping, 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 a bit too loud. Okay. Justin, awesome. Thank you, Justin. If you can hear the refrigerator, you can also hear the kids like playing video games. Hey, Jay. Okay, so Paul, you're saying now volume is perfect. But then Kenneth says back down a notch with the gain. Little clipping. Okay, I'm going to go down one more. That's probably about halfway. Like I said, this doesn't have any indicators on it of where it is. So I can't like say, oh, I've turned it to 6 now. I can just turn it one thumb thing. What are you streaming with? Hanu asks. So I have my iPhone 11 Pro sitting on a tripod right there. And then I'm just watching on my own channel. I don't have any specific streaming app system. I know there's a lot of different streaming apps and streaming programs and everything from just a couple software pieces to full-blown hardware production things, and I'm not about to even jump into that right now. I looked at a couple apps today. I've been spending the last hour researching live streaming, and there seems to be some interesting, ones out there, but they're 30 or 40 bucks a month. And especially now, while all of my income has dried up, I'm not going to jump into a $30 a month kind of program, especially when I don't even know what I would be live streaming. Okay, so it seems like the audio is good. So that's going to be at full gain -2 thumb turns. I'll need to remember that. And not afraid of grain, your name is Justin. I'm going to try to remember that too. Kids in the background. Can't get past it right now. Justin asks, how's the cooking coming along? It's coming along well. I made some pork chops last night and then made a gravy out of the little pan drippings, and that was delicious. Served it up with some mashed taters. My next cooking video that I'm going to do, I'm going to do a chicken. And this is one of those weird things. I know that I have friends and people who watch this channel who are vegetarian and vegan, and then I'm sitting here thinking, I'm about to spatchcock a chicken on my YouTube channel. So I don't know. I'll have to put a warning label or something like, if you're not into chicken or animals, this video is not for you. Move along. Okay, if you're going to use a laptop, use OBS Slobs. I have no idea what that is, Justin. Open Broadcast Studio. Oh, okay. I don't know. I with all these videos, for me, the simplest is probably the best solution at the moment. So if I were to do live, I think I would need to schedule it. Say, okay, on Thursdays or Wednesdays, or not that any day of the week matters at the moment right now, but I think I would do that. And then I don't know, should I do like just Q&A, just kind of do that kind of thing? I'm not sure. So if you guys have any sort of ideas of what would be good for a Q&A session, let me know, or a live session. I can't even think right now. I feel like I'm living Inception at the moment because I'm talking, but I can't edit myself, and you're talking back to me, and I'm seeing 4 seconds ago me, and so this is fun. Bay leaves to the orzo soup next time, and peppercorns. All right, noted. Okay, let me see if I can go back. Window light, currently no. It's a mix of window light and my ring light. We're doing it live. So yeah, I have that ring light and the window there. And how did that turn out? And, all right, and now where are we? Am I back? And I'm back. Okay, good. Okay. Fuji Rumors, did you drop your phase 1 and went all in with the GFX? No, I haven't. I have way too much invested in my phase to just dump that. I do love the GFX. I would really love to have a GFX as a backup to my phase 1 at the moment. Again, everything's on hold. but I do love the GFX. The thing I keep with the Phase 1 is that I have the glass for it. I've put a lot of money into that system over the last 6-7 years, and that leaf shutter is still pretty important. When I need that leaf shutter, I need that leaf shutter. And I know there's some adapters and things like that for the GFX, so you can use leaf shutters, but I haven't really looked deep into that. And just financially, I can't pull that off. You know, it's still a good bit of money, but especially now. Gibbers crapsed. Okay, so there's a 13-second delay between speaking and here in chat. Okay, so Justin, you ask any good secrets for mashed taters. You're gonna love my next cooking video. The one I do the chicken. I'm doing mashed potatoes with it. That's gonna be, I'm the kind of home cook that's like a meat and two sides. So it's always gonna be a meat and a veggie and then a potato or rice or pasta or some starchy something that all the kids will eat. And, oh, just lost my microphone. Sorry. And I'm going to share my secret mashed potatoes with you. Yeah. A new critique is coming soon. I'm planning on shooting a critique or two in the next few days. I might shoot one today, but the kids are on 1,000 at the moment because it's been raining here in Atlanta, and it's just a sloppy, nasty mess outside. So all the children are stuck indoors at the moment, and they're at 1,000. So yeah. Timur, you're welcome. It's good to know that, you know, we're not alone. You know, when I started in photography and was struggling with either the business side or the photography side or whatever, and I looked up the food chain in the industry, looking for someone who could talk about the struggles of being a photographer, either creatively or technically or emotionally. Back in that day and age, you kept up a really strong face. You faked it till you made it, and you didn't let anyone see you be vulnerable or see you hurting. So you were always busy, you always had good clients, things were great, like, I got this new camera, I'm gonna buy this new light, I'm gonna get this stuff, and it just seemed, as a young photographer looking up the ladder, like everyone was great. And then my life wasn't, and then my life fell completely apart. And there was nobody that I seemed could talk to about it within my industry. And so when my life finally started coming back together and I started, you know, talking more to people in the photo industry, I decided then that I would just be honest with my struggles and honest with the, you know, the issues I was facing. And once I started doing that, people started to listen to me because, you know, we all need to know we're not alone, you know. So when I speak about these things, anxiety or depression or burnout or feeling like I'm in a rut, I'm talking to myself as well. Not even to me now, but me 20 years ago. And so yeah, so I'm glad it's helpful. All right. You know what? I haven't even, Aleem, I haven't said anything on Instagram about any of my stuff yet. I feel a little overwhelmed. Like, okay, I'm creating new content, and I haven't been on any platform really to speak of at all for some time. Like, explosion in life happens, and then like I just need this dust to settle. I just need to get to a stable place. To hell with social media and everything else. So for the last 3 or 4 years, it's been like head down, hand to the plow away. And now that I'm starting to make content again, and now that I like, okay, I want to grow this audience and do all of these things, I'm like, wow, I forgot how much work it is. I've been tweeting, so I got back on Twitter. So I've been tweeting and I've been posting it some on Facebook. I started a Q&A Facebook group because I think pages are dead. I tried about a year or two ago, about a year ago, I guess it was, in the last year, tried to get my Facebook page like ignited and back up, and I dumped money into that thing. I started like trying to like create content for my Facebook page, and I couldn't get traction. There were times I boosted posts, like boost this thing with these demos, blah, 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 for $100, da, 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 for 3 days. At the end of 3 days, Facebook would let me know that like they spent 4 of my dollars. And like they didn't even spend all my money sometimes. So I'm just not chasing that algorithm. I'm not fucking gonna do it. I'm not chasing algorithms. Especially Facebook algorithms. So Instagram, I need to get back on Insta and tell people about my new content on YouTube. I'm trying to funnel everyone to YouTube these days. I think that's my plan. I should maybe have a plan, but I don't know. Jose says, do something you would look forward to doing. And that's a really good point, Jose. And that's something I need to keep in mind. And going back just into what you said, I think for me to do this well, I would have to have someone sitting here watching this and feeding me questions. But then I feel like a broadcaster at that point, and that I'm a little disconnected. I don't know. Part of that makes me feel dirty. Like, okay, well, I've got my moderators sending me your question, and then I'm just like Peter Jennings reading the news. That'll date me. But that's a very good, I'm going to screenshot that, Jose, because I need to keep that in mind. Do something I would look forward to doing. If I'm going to do YouTube Live, what would I look forward to doing on YouTube Live? Thank you for that. Okay, Justin, you're mentioning OBS again. I'm not gonna look at that right now. I can't even spell OBS. A guided Q&A, maybe topical each time. That's a good idea. All right. Oh, Pete and repeat. Pete Collins, how the H are you, sir? I miss your face. I still wear that Pitfall t-shirt. Believe it or not. That's my 90. You gave me a 90. Yeah. Pete, are you doing all right? Pete, let me hear it from you. Are you here? Pete, there you are. There you are, Pete. Pete? All right, I'm going to wait 13 seconds. Dude, idea. Yeah, Pete. So Pete Collins, everybody. Pete Collins. Pete Collins used to work for some dude named, what was his name? I can't remember. Was it? Oh, it was Scott Kelby, right? So Pete, what was your title? You were like Photoshop. I'll wait 13 seconds. A live photo shoot. I don't know, this day and age. Yeah, so Pete, you were a Photoshop guy at Kelby. And I went down to Tampa. I got invited to go down there and be on the grid. I think that was the first time we met, Pete, was when I came down there. Walked into your office, and I think RC, it's either RC or Brad, was walking me around, introducing me to people at the Kelby offices. And Pete Collins has this awesome old school uh, Atari Pitfall T-shirt on from, I think it was Activision that made Pitfall for the Atari 2600. And that was my favorite game when I was a kid. And I had an Atari 2600. And there's this guy, Pete, standing there, and he's got this awesome shirt on. And I'm like, oh my God, I love your shirt. That man just took that shirt off of his body and handed it to me. And I'm standing there in his office holding his shirt. And he's like, I got another shirt around here. And he puts the shirt on and like, I will always remember you. So if you want to be memorable, just take your shirt off in front of people and hand it to them. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope you're well, Pete. I hope you're well. I know you've been having your struggles and your fights too. And thank you for texting me the other day. That was very nice of you as well. I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I was driving, and then, you know, we're just in the middle of a pandemic and all, but I'll get back to you. All right. How crazy was Scott Kelby's setup? Dude, I mean, it was a full-on broadcast studio. I mean, that was no joke. There was no lackey behind an iPhone. I mean, Kelby, when Kelby does a video production, by golly, it's like 100%. There are producers and camera operators and, you know, mixing boards and a whole just server farm and cabling. And I mean, it looks like a broadcast television studio, because in all reality, that's exactly what it is. It's a broadcast television studio. It's insane. Dancing girls and drinks. Well, yeah, might as well. All the nightclubs are shut down, right? Where's the cat? I don't know where Rev is at the moment. Hey, how many of you have kids that are going to get in on the toy, not challenge, but assignment? Assignment, that's the right word. So if you have kids, we're doing that assignment for the whole week. So I want to see a bunch of cool pictures. And that's kids of all ages. So if you're 53 years old sitting around and you've got some toys and you want a photograph, then by all means, please throw them in. All right. So let me just look around this. All right. So we got, what, 146 people in here? Would you consider the Fuji X-T4 the perfect hybrid camera? I haven't shot with it yet. Haven't even touched it. Don't know anything about it really. Isn't that funny? So I can't really figure that one out. Phase versus GFX cage fight. GFX, it's scrappy. It wants to win. It's got heart and soul. It's the underdog. Like, oh yeah, I'd pick GFX in a cage fight. All right, Ira, I want to see your Lego pictures. You need to shoot a cool Lego picture. And then you totally need to put like Ira, your age, and all of that. How much do you actually love the X100 series? About 100 billion%. The X100 is my desert island forever camera. If my studio is on fire and you said, Zach, you can only save one camera, it would be an X100. If I had to restart my career and you said, Zach, here's an X100, this is all you've got, I'd be all right. I just freaking love that camera so much. Absolutely. Can you make some more videos about the business side of photography? Yeah, I've been thinking about that, but honestly, right now, I honestly, I don't want to talk about the business of photography right now, because it all, in a puff of smoke, disappeared. I was on a conference call this morning with a few other photographers, one from Florida, one from Indianapolis, Indiana, Illinois. Anyway, everything. It's all gone. My son Caleb is in Dubai on the other side of the planet, and poof. I have another studio here in Atlanta. We just basically do product and e-commerce. I'm kind of hands off with that. I have a business partner that kind of runs that. And even product stuff, just everything is on hold. So I'm just not going to talk about business right now because, oh my God. This is what gives me really weird comfort in these trying times. This is my comfort. We're all screwed together, and none of it's our fault. So we're all hosed. So what you gonna do when everybody's screwed? Like everyone's screwed. We're all screwed. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Tow my car away? Like, the tow truck driver doesn't, have any money right now. Like, everyone is just, we just need a big pause button or a Command Z redo. Let's undo 2020. Let's start this again. Pete, you had said something. Pete, you said you could use models' toys to do lighting, photography scenarios, and setups, kind of pre-visualize or reenactment so people see how you think. I like that idea. And did you ever see some of Joey L's early tutorial videos? He had some like little bobbleheads and some little like model light modifiers, and he would show a picture he worked on and then like used little toys and little modifiers to say how he shot it. It was pretty brilliant. So I kind of like that idea. I've been thinking about doing some videos. There's one video for the Burnout series that I'm going to do where I talk about personal work, and I have a talk that if sometimes I get invited to an event, can you please give a talk about this or that or the other subject? I have a talk about personal work, so I'm basically going to turn that presentation into a YouTube video. And that would be kind of a good idea, is to use little characters or toys to kind of talk about the lighting. Can my kids get any louder back there? And what sucks is they're all like within 10 feet of each other. They're all playing the same game on different devices, and they're all yelling at each other as they're playing whatever game. Remember Pitfall? Remember it was easy? Remember you had a button and you couldn't yell at anyone and they weren't yelling back at you? All right.
Hey guys.
We're doing it live.
Guys, can y'all bring down the volume? Hawk. Can you please leave it down? I'm recording some audio.
Lord of the Flies around here. Okay. Hey, D. Moody, Woodstock, Georgia. Just around the corner. Winer IPA. Craig Marshall. Didn't we have this? Oh, Craig Marshall. I miss you. I miss your dumb face. Craig Marshall. I'll drink either with you. We can have wine or IPA. But if you give me a choice, I'm taking wine. Thank you very much. All right. I'm just getting caught up on some of these questions. The M Photography says the business after all this will be different, I guess, anyway. That's what I was discussing with some other photographers this morning. It was just like, we're not sure how business is going to be moving forward. I mean, I'm hoping we kind of get back into the swing of things, but we will see. Kai says, oh, you met Caleb 2 weeks ago, doing an excellent job with GBP. Oh, my son. I miss him so much. Yeah. Oh, that's so great. Thanks, Kai. If you bump into him again, give him a hug from, 2 or 3 meters away. I would appreciate that. Um, what do you think of Mikey MF lenses? To me, Mikey MF lenses sounds like an awesome hip hop name. Like, yo, 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 I'm Mikey MF lenses. I don't know. I don't know. I'm completely unaware of them. Um, do you find a studio worth it or more stressful? It's right now more stressful because I got a studio, and after next month, I don't know how I'm going to pay its bills. So, but I do like having it. Yeah, while I don't do all my shoots in studio, most of my work is location. It's a good place to have all my stuff to work out of. There are usually enough jobs that more than pay for the studio um, when there's jobs. Anyways, stop touching your face. Going to be sick. I'm touching my own face with my own germs, and we all up in this house together. If one of us gets it, we all get it. But no, we are absolutely like washing hands, and every single surface is sanitized. Anytime the kids are in here making lunch or something, it's all wiped down. Um, yep. Okay. So I've never been eaten by so many alligators in my life. Absolutely. Alexa, reduce kid volume 50%. I wish. Oh, and now it's like, I'm sorry, I don't know that thing that you just asked me. Um, Juan. Good luck with that, Juan. Let us know how that goes. Fuji XE1. Yeah, I mean, it's a good camera. It's a good camera. Here's the thing. Here's the thing right now. There's no one making a bad camera, right? Like every single camera out there is a good camera. Now, some are a little better at video, or some are, you know, better at this, and you start looking at cameras at those fine little adjustments that it might be better than the other thing, right? Um, so someone asked about the X-T4. I haven't touched it, but knowing how Fuji cameras evolve, I bet it kicks ass. I bet it's awesome. Yeah. Um, John, you're so right. Who would have ever thought we'd actually putting, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole into practice. I'm glad to have made your day, Mr. and Mrs. D. Adcock. I can't quite tell. Why are all apps from camera companies so bad? Dare Grummel asks. That's a great question. They are horrible. Like, I wanted to test out shooting some new videos with the GH4 that I have, and that Panasonic remote app is the worst. It's just the worst. And it does seem like just about every camera manufacturer makes a horrible app. Some are better than others. The Fuji usually works pretty well, but you get too far away from it and the lag is just so bad. You know, it can't do it. I think probably I would say the camera manufacturers who do apps well and do them the best are probably GoPro and DJI. I have a Osmo Pocket, and I have a Hero 6, Hero 7. It's a model or two older. And those apps are usually pretty flawless, and work as expected. Whereas all other camera manufacturer apps I've ever used, like, oh, okay, it's working, it's working, it's working. Oh, it's not working anymore. Why did it stop working? Oh, and then it's working again. It's like, I hope it's going to work. It's a really good question. I wish camera manufacturers would get out of the software business and say, here's our stuff, here's our whatever you call it, API. Here's our protocols. Here's our inside information on how to run this thing. And then let other people just make awesome apps to run those cameras. That would be great. Okay, I'm about to end this up, y'all, because this was just going to be a test, just a test, and here I am blabbering on. Someone just commented on my "Why You're Not Winning" contest video, which is like a 20-minute something video. They made a comment and said this could have been 8 minutes long. And I was like, you're right. It could have been 8 minutes long. It could have also been 3 hours long. I could sit and talk about photo contests for hours. So at least it's only 20 minutes. And that's something else coming up while I'm here, while I got you guys, and y'all are talking to me. Oh, Jasmine loved the soup. All right, Valerie. Awesome. Thank you. I need to dive into my stats. So I'm going to do a stuff and things video this week or weekend and do stuff and things and talk about my YouTube stats that I'm still kind of learning. And it looks like people make it to about a 9-minute mark in my videos and are like, we're gone. So I don't know if I just need to stop talking so much. I mean, I'm not short of opinions, right? And I really do try to make these things shorter, but like if I'm talking about photo contests, I mean, there's a lot to talk about photo contest, and I don't know. I think I'm just going to do me and do what I do, and people who watch it will watch it, and people who won't. That's probably the best idea. The test was a success. Thank you, Andre. Go as long as you want. Thank you, Justin. You're welcome, Dare Grummel. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Jocko podcasts go for 3 to 4 hours. True. You still using film sometimes or only digital? I'm done with film. Honestly, like, film had its bit of a place when I didn't have a digital medium format camera. And once I got the phase, and like, if I shot film today, it'd probably be 4x5 or 8x10. I just don't have any desire to go back to it, to be honest. Okay. Just going back, looking through here. Julian, bonjour. How are things in France? You're all locked down in France, which we should be here too in the United States. Lock us down, people. Lock it down. It's fine. Clean video and audio. Thank you, Mark. I could be the Joe Rogan of photography. Well, thank you, Arias. That'd be kind of awesome. Like, I like Joe. It's so funny. Joe is one of those people. He'll take an angle on a topic, and I'm like, I could not disagree more with that man. Like, what an idiot. And then I'll watch another one of his, shows with someone else, and he'll be saying all the same thoughts that are in my head, like, and he's like right there, and I'm like, I'm totally with you, Joe. I like his shows. I like his story, just his life story of where he came from and to who he is now, and he's just the amount of variety of people he gets to come on his show is really insane. It's pretty awesome. I wouldn't mind being a Joe Rogan of photography. I gotta start thinking about that now. Joe Rogan of photography. But then I need to get a whole bunch of guests. Bye, Pete. I hope to text you at some point. Efro Consulting AB Project. Who is Joe Rogan? Look him up. Yeah, look him up. He's all over the place. He's got a wildly popular podcast, and it's everything from current events to, culture to. I mean, he'll have that who's a Peterson guy, John Peterson, the Canadian professor, to Bernie Sanders. Elon Musk was on there smoking weed on his show once, and like that created problems. Yeah, it was something. The Zack Arias experience. There we go. Should I get the half cup or full cup super cubes? I got the full cup super cubes because you can always put a half cup in there and freeze it. But I like the cup size of soup. That's like a good serving. And you know what? This week showed me how much I love those super cubes because my mom is 72 and she is like on lockdown. She's not leaving her house, which amazes me because she's super stubborn. But I ran some groceries over to her yesterday and I'm like, oh, she's just stuck at home and we can't go visit. And so I just went into my freezer and I'm like, let me get her some chili, let me get her some chicken soup, and just like get my little Lego bricks of soup out and took them to my mom. And she's like, wow, like I got homemade soup and homemade chili. Man, it was good. I like those things. Any seminars coming up, Oliver? I was planning on announcing some workshops and all of that, and then again, poof, it all ended, all stopped. When I do a workshop, typically about half the people who come to a workshop fly in for it. So there's not even a bother even trying to put anything together. I need all of this dust to settle, and then we'll see where we are. My mystery tour is in October, and it's sold out. And we are tentatively still going. It's October. We expect that to be done, but it's giving us logistical problems because we're in the planning stages of it now, and with everything sort of in limbo, it's just creating a lot of problems. A lot of problems. The Howard Stern. Wait, someone said Caleb. Is Caleb in here? Is Caleb awake? What time is it in Dubai? No. Where's Caleb? Hey, Caleb, you still on here? We were just talking about you earlier. You're awake. Hey, haha. Look at me, son. Woke up the monster. Caleb has been busting my chops to get content going again because it used to be like Caleb was my cameraman and Caleb was like, all right, we're making a video and here we go. And I had this like dedicated camera operator, video editor at my side, ready to roll. And Caleb does such awesome work. Is your tutorial Tuesday up, Caleb? Because that's a really good one. So, you know, he moved to Dubai 3 years ago. And look at that. I haven't made content in 3 years. Huh. So when he was home for Christmas, I had bought these lights and all this stuff I'm using now months ago. Like when I moved into this house. And he's like, when are you going to make content again, Dad? When are you going to make content? I know. I'm going to make content. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to make content. So a lot of times now as I'm making videos, and getting them online and getting them pushed out there, it's because I want my son to be proud of his old man. I miss you, Caleb. We all miss you. Yeah. Someone says, would an online seminar make sense? It would make sense. And I'm thinking about that. And I got to figure out the technology. I could run all of that at my studio and do a shoot or something. But I'm not sure yet. I've got to figure out something, though. Oh, you added a whole new section at the end that I haven't seen yet. Is it up? Is it on? If you guys go to Instagram and follow Gulf Photo Plus, and watch their IGTV. You'll see my son Caleb doing the tutorial Tuesdays there. And he's got the coronavirus edition about to drop. I watched it last night. Aw, Caleb, you're almost proud of me. I'm almost proud of you too, son. Okay. Thank you, Danielle. Best regards to you in Brazil. It's live, yeah. Go to Instagram, go follow Gulf Photo Plus, or follow my son Caleb, Carias, Carias. I'm Zarius, he's Carias. And check out his tutorial Tuesday for quarantine edition. All right. Namaste to India. You ask about a podcast where I speak to fellow photographers and friends. I've thought about that, but A, there's already so many good podcasts. B, me doing a podcast would be dependent on finding guests and scheduling and time and like, and with no guaranteed return on investment, I guess I would say. Not that YouTube videos are either, but I can at least do this YouTube content right now all by myself. And I don't have to schedule anyone. I don't have to get people to commit to anything. What I do want to do, and I've thought about this for over a year, is I'd like to have another photographer over to my house and we cook a meal and talk about photography while also cooking a meal. Again, though, that's a lot of production. Like, my rough draft of my cooking video I put up this week was, that was, enough work just in that, and that was me. So it's going to need, I need a couple more people to help me with the video and the audio, and it's going to be a whole production. And I would like to keep it more personal, but I don't want to just stick a GoPro on a tripod and be like, here we go. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. The Candid Frame is a great podcast. He has a wonderful podcast, The Candid Frame. I've been honored to be a guest on The Candid Frame. So Caleb says he enjoys IGTV. It allows me to reach people where they already are. All right. Maybe we'll give a chat about that. All right. Everyone's talking to Caleb now. It's the Caleb Show. That's the other thing. What do you guys think? I've been trying to figure out how to incorporate Caleb into this channel because he really does so much great stuff. And he's a fresh, young voice, and he does it his way. And I love what he does and produces. And I'd like to somehow remotely incorporate Caleb into videos as we move forward with these. That'd be so great. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Next critique should be up by this weekend, Peter. I've already got the couple websites pulled up for that. Thank you, Jonathan, for your kind words. I appreciate that. I was totally going to be out and be like, all right, y'all, see you later, until Caleb shows up. And like, he's the puppy dog of the party. I'm like, oh, Caleb's here. Oh, he's so cute. I saw your video about the Fuji X100V. What do you think of Sony cameras? Sony, they're bony. No, it's an old movie reference. And Sony cameras, again, everyone makes great cameras. That Sony sensor is fantastic. It's chef's kiss, right? My thing with Sony, and it's all personal, is I just don't like the feel of them. The ergonomics have always just been like, ew. And the thing I hate about Sony's are the menus. Oh my God, I hate Sony menu systems. And so I teach workshops, or did before, the end of the world. And someone, would have a Sony thing and some issue would come up and we'd start diving into the menus trying to find this thing to turn on or off. Someone else would have a different model of Sony And their menu system was completely different than this menu system over here. Like just and the thing that I needed to do to this camera is the same thing I needed to do to this camera, but it was in a different place in a different subset of a different thing of a thing of a thing of a thing. And but there's no denying their image quality is fantastic, right? A lot of people love Sony. Sony's doing pretty well, I think. I think Sony is, you know, really giving Canon and Nikon a run for the money. I think Canon and Nikon are way late to the mirrorless game. Way late. Like, that's cute. Yeah. Remember when we were all talking about that 4 or 5 years ago? And y'all just show up to the party as your fucking income is tanking? Oh. Oh, hey, no, we're just doing, it's fine, Hawk. We're just doing a YouTube Live.
What?
We're just doing a YouTube Live.
Wait,
I'm just testing it. You are live on the internet right now. Isn't that so weird?
it's so off.
Uh-huh, yeah, it's laggy. My studio is here in Atlanta.
I walked away so long ago. What the heck?
Mm-hmm, all right, look what's happening. Hey, Caleb says hi.
Oh, hi. Hi, Caleb.
Caleb's watching. Kai says hi. David says hi. Joe. I know. A, I didn't know he was back there. And B, it's not the first time that's happened. I know.
Out of the frame now.
Yes, you are. Okay. Yes, Valerie. The next Caleb. The next Caleb is here. And this is Liam. This is Liam. This is Stacy's son. Liam. All right.
This is so off.
I know. It's fun.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone, thank you so much for hanging out on a test.
Test.
I appreciate it. I've screenshot a few of your comments and feedback.
People watching?
I guess so. That's what it looks like. So yeah. So if I do these, I will prompt somehow via Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, saying, "Hey, I'm going to do live on Tuesday at X time Eastern Standard or whatever." But I got to do it something that I will look forward to doing. And I do look. This is fun. This has been a fun way to kill. God, I don't even know how long we've been doing this. How long have we been on chat? 2:30, half an hour-ish, 40 minutes. Yeah, so cool. Caleb, I'm going to go look at the final version of your video. Yeah, all right. We're doing it. We're doing it. 52 minutes? Oh, Jesus. All right. So I will need to at least block off a minimum of an hour. All right, cool. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to my test live broadcast. I don't think I'm going to archive this into my main camera feed, but just thanks for hanging out with me while I figure out what I'm doing. All right, I appreciate it. That is it. And the children are restless.
I thought you were recording a video.
No,
Yes,
I
okay.
just wanted to do a test, and that's it. All right, folks. That's it. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Photo de Tags. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Russian name. I'm sorry that I can't read your name. You missed it. There will be more. There wasn't all that much.